talk about what? The GM! The GM! Yeah! Everybody, please welcome on in our GM for our first game today, Tempestrol. Tempestrol the Raccoon, gonna come and jam with everybody. Everybody. Let's see if Tempestrol is able to make it over here. By the way, there's been a lot of work trying to get this match running today. It has been something a little... So, wait.
You for a second, I heard, hello, you are here.
You're here.
But from far away and like through many layers. It sounded like you had been like trapped in a crystal prism.
You know, maybe so. Everybody, do you agree? Wait, stream died again. What? Okay, Comcast is being a big patootie, everybody. Go kick Comcast in the butt, because I don't like it. Stupid Comcast. Okay, we're gonna go fingers crossed. I didn't show any drop frames. So at the very least, I can get a solid recording on my end. If it ends up being choppy today, then whatever. I can upload this stream. Yeah. Yeah, I can upload it to YouTube. We can do it chop. Speaking of that, do you think that this game deserves a good frame rate?
You haven't revealed the game yet, have you?
Oh no, I'm waiting.
So I've had this game. Okay, back in April, I was hanging out with some friends in VR chat, and I mentioned, oh yeah, I have and I looked at my browser, I have 157 tabs open, and they were like, what the hell? What are you doing with all those tabs open? I went, yeah, you're right, I should clean that up. So I've gone and cleaned all those tabs up, but I have this habit where I look at bookmarks and I go, if I put something in a bookmark, it's gonna get forgotten about, and if I put something in a tab, then that means I'll have it open and ready. But inevitably, I just treat it like a bookmark that is at the top of my screen all the time. And so it's, you know, it doesn't actually work. But I always go through the cycle of having a lot of tabs and going back. Point is, I went and got rid of all these tabs, and I found a tab that I had at that time for over a year, a game that I saw Macaw play, and went, oh yeah, if I get Kuso6rande GM next year, I'm gonna give out this game. And we are. Here's the time. We are playing. Let me take a deep breath. The Amazing Spider-Man and Captain America in Doctor Doom's Revenge for DOS.
I'm not typing that whole thing out. Doctor Doom's Revenge for DOS.
A game which is in the Twitch database.
With the full name. Well, that is beautiful. Everybody, the players are going to have 1 hour to make as much progress as they can in this game. And simply put, we're starting late. Too bad. You're all nerds. You're all nerds coming here to watch nerdy video games and nerds play video games, and yeah. And it turns out that Spider-Man is the nerdiest of all superheroes. Actually, I don't know if that's even incorrect, you know? He's pretty nerdy.
Spider-Man?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's a nerd.
Yeah, he's a nerdster, all right. Okay, anyways, I am working on getting everything captured. So how are you doing today, Tempestrol? How has your day been? Besides the, the chaos.
It was a little, sorry, it was a little chaotic in getting everything set up, but it's been fine, I suppose. I mean, my day hasn't even really been, in so much as the day can be. I got up pretty late. I was up late last night watching Salty Bet with a friend.
Ooh, okay. Well, that's fun. Always a good time. I've never seen Salty Bet, ever.
Oh, it's fun. Do you know what the concept is? Basically, it's just there's this custom fighting game maker engine called Mugen, and people make a ton of characters for them. And one of the things you can give to the characters is AI, and so. Salty Bet is basically just a perpetual 24/7 AI matchmaking system that that pits different Mugen characters against each other. Ooh. And so you get these hilarious matchups. like people create like ridiculous versions of characters. Like we had one that was, yes, we had a match yesterday that was like one of the Powerpuff Girls versus like Godzilla.
Okay.
There's weirder stuff out there, but people make like crazy versions of characters too. There's one of my favorites is there's a character called Rare Akuma. It's just Akuma from Street Fighter, the Street Fighter 3 version of him, and he's really, really strong.
Okay.
But he's so strong, somebody went and made a fairer version of Rare Akuma called Fair Akuma. And the joke is that he's actually stronger.
Uh-oh.
And so also the whole point of this is that you can bet on it. So you get fake internet points called salt, and you can bet on which character you think is going to win. And there's tournaments and there's exhibitions where people who donate to the stream can like create custom fights, including two versus two teams. And it's really fun because there's this whole culture of like in the chat going and like saying, oh yeah, you know, oh red wins this, or you know, oh this is free for blue, and you know some people will try and get you to spend your salt on the wrong team, or it's really funny.
That's
like
where the concept of salt came from, I believe, or the modern, like when people say that, ooh, you're salty.
When Lot turned around, it wasn't his wife he was looking at. It was, in fact, a really bad matchup.
Oh my gosh. That's pretty good. But yeah, everybody, we have Kuso6rande, and I just messed everything up. Okay, that's okay. I can fix it. We're good. Give me a second, everybody, because internet and setup for this game both exploded.
Oh,
but it's okay, mostly because I know that your players had a fun time trying to get everything working here.
Yeah, so this is a DOS game, and I guess maybe I could have, admittedly, I gave this out at a kind of the last second. I basically decided on the spot I was going to give this out, and I hadn't tested with a controller. So I know that a couple of our players might be using Joy-2 but there is built-in joystick support for this game. It just kind of sucks. So
well, yeah, the thing is, like, they were trying to get everything working, and I just know that DOS is sometimes a bit of a pain, which is fine. You know, we're here for the pain.
And this game will be pain.
And at least it's more controllable than DoomTube, right? Have you played DoomTube?
No, but I'm willing to bet this is less controllable than that.
Yeah, I would actually bet it. Like, no, if you can get past the opening menu in DoomTube in under 5 minutes, then I will be impressed. But after that, it actually almost plays like a game.
This game isn't. I would hesitate to say this is the worst game I've ever played, but I don't actually think that's an accurate description. I would say that this is the least game I have ever played.
The least game? Okay.
This is the least game. And I can explain why that is once we actually get into it. But this game really just, it controls.
Okay, I like controls. I'm a fan of that. Yeah, I fully recommend, if you have never played a game where the menu is possibly the worst part about it, Captain America in the DoomTube, Commodore 64, definitely worth a shot. Because it's so weird. Yes. It's just not playable.
This game also has a really good good faces bot. This has a good face in it, and you'll know there's a lot of good faces, but you'll know specifically which one I'm talking about when we get to it.
All the faces. The faces of evil. Here they are. Okay, those aren't the faces that you're talking about, but yeah, I can believe it.
There's a lot of good faces. Let me get my... Yeah, and this is the first match. Let me quickly get the page up where I had a history for this game somewhere. The game has sort of an interesting story. If you are like me and... Oh, I forgot I had a manual for this game and I didn't give it to the players. Oops. It's for the wrong platform anyways. Zen is using other colors. Zen is using CGA mode, while all the other players are using EGA mode. Because I wasn't sure if it would affect performance, but Corndan has played this game before, and he assured me that it wouldn't.
Alpha 5,
so
right?
I don't mind.
Time Wander bottom left, and yes, Zenik at the bottom right. These are our players who are going to be playing for our entertainment today to see who can make the most progress in 1 hour.
The more I think about it, really, the more it stands to reason that the color wouldn't affect anything. It's just I want to be better safe than sorry, you know?
Yeah, that makes sense.
Alpha 5 would like to remind the audience to feel no sympathy for any of them.
Okay, why?
I don't know. What he said.
They're all ready. Everybody get your best Captain America emotes. If you have any superheroes. What else?
Anything related to Doom, robots, fire, castles.
Okay. Guy with sandwich. Oh my gosh, he just farted at me.
Spiders.
As soon as I see movement,
Right,
I will start our timer. Oh no.
Oh. This game is
this is not. Oh, ow. Ooh, ow. Ooh. You're making us go through an hour of this?
Yep.
Oh no.
So you know how this is the version with ad-lib audio, by the way. That might seem a little strange to you because that sounds like a beeper speaker.
It does sound like a beeper speaker.
And that's because it is. The only part of this that actually has ad-lib audio is the title screen. The title screen, yeah.
Superhero challenge. I like the superhero challenge. Just jump over the fireball a bunch of times, huh?
Right. So, okay. The concept behind this, right, is that Spider-Man and Captain America are infiltrating Dr. Doom's castle in Latveria. So as you go along, you yeah, you basically just have to tolerate this this onslaught of yeah, Alpha 5's dead.
Well, so is Time Wander. Okami. Oh no, the dynamite. Well,
it's
New York City after the superhero's failure. Can't just blow up New York.
Oh, wait, no way. So Zenik, I guess, either didn't spawn it or managed to kill it. So okay, this is basically just
tell me,
a slideshow of villain after villain.
Okay,
showing up to attack you, and oh man, it's not a good story. This is a tie into a real comic. And I'll get to that, but basically you just fight through, minor villain after minor villain, and then occasionally you'll have these superhero challenges where you just have to dodge for a while.
And then it'll let you go on after that. Okay. By the way, thank you so much, Lincoln. Good old KM for subbing. Very much appreciated. And we got the emote explosion on screen working again. Thank you. Okay, Okami fighting robot. Yeah, punch him in the groin. Robot groin.
Right. Yeah. So okay. That robot will show up. Usually it'll show up the first time. It never shows up the second time. And I think the reason is once it destroys itself, it doesn't get respawned. Man, yeah, this
do you
is a
mean?
Thing.
Like I'm confused.
So that little robot that appears after the superhero challenge, the one that hops towards you and explodes and kills you instantly.
Yes.
It doesn't come back when you go there the second time, and I don't know why.
Isn't it a game over though? Like if you die?
I really wish that I knew why that happened, but it's pretty consistent. So Alpha 5 has figured it out. It's not that hard, but it can be a little weird to get used to the timing. You really do want to preserve your health too, because stuff takes down your health so fast.
Okay, so the first level you play as Captain America, and then you play as Spider-Man again. Do you just switch back and forth between them throughout?
Oh, yeah. There's the face.
The one above the fireplace?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like that picture of Dr. Doom so much. So, God,
This hurts.
oh, it's so bad. It's
This
so bad.
is terrible. But at the same time, you know, they had the capacity to like turn the sound down, and I really don't. Because I got to experience it in all of its glory. Oh, Captain America fighting a literal gorilla.
So the gorilla can be a little scary. If you let him get too close, he will just spinning pile driver you. But he's prone to taunting.
Oh no,
There's a lot in
Okami,
it.
Okami, you might be in trouble.
That's funny. I remember the enemies doing a lot more damage, just in general.
Huh. I mean, they're playing on easy, right?
They are, but so was I. Oh man.
How long is
Well,
this game?
I have no idea. I couldn't beat it. We learned 15 minutes before starting this game that there's actually a bookmark function. You can actually save. You can save your progress. You press B on one of the comic panels and it'll save your progress there, and you can reset to there. I thought there were no continues. So that's going to make this a lot easier. The fact that Okami's already gotten past Batroc is telling me a lot about how hard this game is going to be.
Yeah, what I'm telling them, by the way, right now is that if they beat the game, increase difficulty and play again.
Yeah, they already agreed on that. So I've made it to Eduardo Lobo and not past him. That's interesting. I remember playing on beginner when I tested this and having a much harder time with it. So okay, the controls for this.
Jumping.
The controls for this are really awkward. So this is meant to be played with a numpad. There's joystick support, but it's really bad. Basically, so okay, 4 and 6 are back and forward, right? You walk back and forward. 2 is down. 8 make you jump straight up, but it's barely an animation. You just sort of float in the air and then come back to the ground again.
Okay.
7 and 9 are to jump forward and jump back. And then
Challenge
to turn
Okami
around,
just held right. Oh my gosh.
there's no automatic turnaround. You have to turn around manually, and you do that with 1 and 3, which is basically down forward and down back. And then to attack, you hold control and press any one of those buttons to do an attack. And the attack you do is contextual. It's based on your distance.
I like Boomerang. She just sort of floats sometimes. Maybe it's, I don't know. I don't know Marvel enough. It's very pink. Could be a dude.
I think Boomerang is a man, but I can't remember.
I have no idea.
This is basically C-list villain after C-list villain, and also a real-ass gorilla. Like, I don't know. I genuinely don't know what. Oh, yep, there you go. Alpha 5 just got SPD'd by a gorilla. If you get too close,
baby.
he does that.
I love it. Yeah, again. Breaking Captain America's spine day after day, day in, day out.
Man. I sure hope this isn't. I remember this being more difficult, but you know, if they do beat the game, then they'll have to play again on harder difficulties, and this game gets very unfair. There are no health pickups.
By the way, I do have lore.
Okay.
Yeah. Dear mighty Marvel computer whiz, zoom back in time in your imagination to the early days of World War II. America needed a hero to inspire us in the fight against Nazi tyranny, and it got one. His name was Steve Rogers, but the world knew him as the Star-Spangled Sentinel of Liberty, Captain America. Now, rocket ahead 22 years to 1963, when a shy high school student was bitten by a radioactive spider. His name was Peter Parker, but he gained worldwide fame as the wall-crawling, web-swinging, wisecracking, amazing Spider-Man. Okay, great. Oh my gosh, this is so boring. But the times, they are a-changin'. Today, in the high-tech world of 1989, the computer has become an indispensable tool for education, finance, communication, correspondence, and of course, entertainment. The entertainment software industry is burgeoning as new and more innovative. This is not talking about the game. Okay.
I just want to point out one thing. One of the people in chat pointed out that when they reload the game from a saved panel, they save with the yeah, there you go. They load in with the same amount of health as they saved with.
Oh, no.
So I was afraid that was going to make things too difficult, but that was going to make things too easy. And it might still make things easy, but it's definitely not going to make it that much easier. One of the problems that this game had when I was testing, and one of the problems McCall ran into, was that you get like 1 or 2 health refills across the entire game, and they don't even bring you up to full. Spider-Man does not get web fluid back ever. So, and he has ammo, unlike Cap, who gets his shield back every time he throws it. So they have limited resources, and even if they save, they're still going to have limited resources. It is by far the worst problem with this game, even considering the barely usable controls.
Oh, baby. Okay.
I'm very happy with this.
Background for the game. The manual says, please read the comic book that came packaged with your game for a detailed plot and background information for the game. How about no? I'm gonna pass. Oh my gosh, there is so much text. It's like you're reading a novel that says the same thing over and over and over again. I hate this manual. This was developed, by the way, by the company called Paragon Software Corporation. Obviously, the paragon of entertainment. They made other wonderful games like an X-Men game called X-Men. The Amazing Spider-Man. Ooh, which one was this one? They published the Amiga ST Commodore 64 DOS one. That doesn't look very good. The Punisher. X-Men 2, Fall of the Mutants. XF5700 Mantis Experimental Fighter Speech Pack, as well as the game itself. Yeah, it seems like nothing they made was really good. Guardians of Infinity to save Kennedy. What? They made a game where you go and save JFK. Okay.
So I was looking away from my screen. Which screen does Okami keep dying on? Is it the one with a robot that jumps towards you and explodes? You just have to destroy the robot.
Wait, why is there a giant dinosaur in this JFK
game?
Bat
and falling stalactites, you get good. That's what you do on that stage. I don't know how to get past it, but it is very unfair. McCall had a lot of problems with that one as well.
Why is there a cult leader in this JFK game?
Good question.
Why is there a meteor? I don't know, but I'm very interested in this. Yeah, maybe one day I'll have to play this JFK game, but it doesn't seem particularly great. And it's mostly a text adventure. Okay. Try to convince everyone that his life is in danger and have an actual face-to-face meeting with Kennedy. Oh, you're just trying to meet him. That's what you're trying to do in the game. Okay, anyways, blah, 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 blah. This company didn't make anything great. It was published by Medalist International that also didn't publish anything great. They published Weird Dreams, though. That might be the height of their career. Oh, no. That's not good.
Oh, Okami. Oh, Okami.
Is Okami okay?
I was worried this game was going to be too easy, and yeah, dying during the superhero challenges and not to any of the C-list villains is great.
That's pretty amazing.
Also, I love the gamification of this. It's not like Dr. Doom set a trap for you. It's superhero challenge. I believe this challenge, and you get 5 superhero points or some nonsense, right? Like Dr. Doom put in this elaborate game for the superheroes because he thinks it's funny.
Beat my maze, Superman. Or no, solve my maze, Superman. There you go.
So,
see?
I want to point out one other thing about this game. You might hear a sort of like cancel or like a denied sound sometimes when the characters are moving. These players are probably playing a little better than I was. But so sometimes like sometimes they'll want to like jump backwards or do an attack and they're near the edge of the screen.
Mm-hmm.
And they don't let you. And the reason for that is that this game doesn't have a concept of any like play space outside of the edge of the screen. And so if the for whatever reason, if you try and do any animation of any sort that would put part of your character off the screen, the game doesn't let you. So like,
oh no,
if your back is right up against the screen as Captain America, and you want to do a shield throw, you can't, because it would make his arm extend behind him and he would be out of the screen. So the game just doesn't let you. If you try and jump backwards while you are close to the edge of the screen, you can't. Your landing point has to be fully within the screen. So if it's a little bit out, the game doesn't like let you slide up against the wall and then fall down to the edge. It just doesn't let you jump. It makes movement way harder than it needs to be near the edges of the screen. It's just awful.
Yeah, that sounds... This is all dumb. I love it. It's perfect. Yeah, you said... I was worried there was going to be a completion very, very early, but
I'm not worried anymore.
The fact that they're already running into plenty of walls, I love it. By the way, I'm looking at most of the programmers here, and they didn't really have too much of a career after about 97, 98, but one programmer escaped and went on to actually do development for Mass Effect, for Halo 4 and 5. Gotta thanks specifically for Halo Combat Evolved Anniversary Edition. Like, yeah, it's
343 Industries.
But yeah, I'm pretty excited that one person escaped the development.
I will congratulate them on having shipped a successful game. I wish it were a game that I could enjoy, but
are you talking about this game?
No, Halo Anniversary Edition, which is just Halo 1, which is a great game.
Well, they just got special thanks for that one. You know, they did 4 and 5.
Oh, I forgot that you... so the 2 other Halo games that I have a really hard time enjoying.
Oh, really? What about Mass Effect, huh? Does that count?
I liked all 3 Mass Effect games, but
okay,
I had the benefit of playing... I had the benefit of playing all of the games after all the DLCs had come out, and yeah, the ending of 3 was bad, but I still liked the game as a whole. It made some really unfortunate compromises. Like, honestly, my biggest problem with that game was you couldn't holster your gun when you were in combat zones because of memory limitations on consoles. That was frustrating, but oh well.
My gosh, another person who worked on this worked on one of the best games ever, Savage. Oh, I am so happy just to see that connection. And then worked on Civilization 3, Pirates, various Civilization games, Sim Golf. Yeah, so all the good stuff. Pirates Gold, I love it. Time Wanderer, the superhero challenge takes so long, but no, it's running down.
It's a timer.
Yep.
Wow, very nice. Time Wanderer makes it through.
Finally! Well, that is a clear lead. I do have a question. What are the stakes coming into this match? Because, we're starting to get close to the end of the group stage, and obviously people need to do well.
I don't think there are any stakes for these particular players just yet. I mean, this will affect their seed in the bracket, if they make it to bracket, but these are all players who have won first twice, right?
Yeah, so even if they come in fourth, they're going to be fine in that case. Yeah, they're not going... Nobody's eliminated, but they get to play this piece of crap here. And speaking of piece of crap, DOS games are always a little bit hard to get working consistently for everybody, and that's why we have a full hour of setup in case of that. Luckily, it seems like everybody is able to play the game and sort of making progress, and none of the players are actually talking about the game in Discord, which is often a great sign that they feel like they can make some progress here.
Oh, that thing moves so fast!
Why is the toothpaste attacking?
The plasma creature. Oh my, Time Wanderer's in so much trouble.
Oh my gosh. Everybody, this is what dentists will do if you don't floss.
What?
Death by toothpaste.
Right. Hey, when are we gonna have that? When are we gonna have the Time Wanderer, Time Stalker? Who's was it Time Wanderer, Time Stalker? Who's all the?
Oh, there are too
all
many
of the other-
times.
there are 4 people who we need to have in a money match, and I'm just being reminded of this now.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, everybody. If you have the name Time in your name, raise your hand. Time Wanderer can't. Time Wanderer's playing.
Yeah, Time Wanderer, Time Walker, Time Boxer, and there's one other person I'm forgetting now. Sorry if I'm forgetting you.
I am really happy that Zenic Reverie, by the way, is using this color palette. It is hideous in all of the correct ways. It's perfect.
It's so awful. And like, I really wanted to give players like a better processor for this. So this is running on a 386SX. That's the options file I gave them for this. Okay. But I really wanted to give them something better because the game would run too fast. Beep, beep. Yes, thank you. Time Wanderer, Time Walker, Time Boxer, and Time Stalker. I really want to have all 4 of them in the same match.
Oh, we should do that one day because it would be impossible.
It would be impossible for Bro to commentate that.
You just wanted to destroy me. That's what you're trying to do.
Correct. Shit. Alpha 5 says this game is something. So I sent a heart in return.
Well, that's so nice of you. I think I would send a butt. This game is butts. I mean, look, we've got Boomerang gear on Okami's screen, just sort of flying all over the place. Zenic having some struggles. Alpha 5 having struggles. Gonna go up against the plasma creatures, though. Alpha 5 is definitely in second at this point, then.
Mm-hmm. I'm glad I got to give this game out. I was kind of feeling like maybe this would be a good bracket game, but now I'm feeling like, yeah, this was definitely good for 4 players.
This is a good Saturday game, you know? Just kick back on a Saturday and you're Captain America and Spider-Man. Can you imagine being both of them? That'd be amazing.
I actually cannot imagine being 2 people.
I'm trying to
believe
think,
it or not.
Can I imagine that? I feel like I've imagined that before. It's very, like, weird.
Oh! Wow, did you see the amount of health Time Wanderer just lost? He got hit like every single frame by that thing.
Toothpaste, okay?
Wow.
We're trying to keep this cave clean.
Damage per frame, let's go!
So, question, do you have to kill the bat while you're doing the challenge in the cave?
I don't think you can kill the bat.
Oh.
I think you just have to avoid it. Maybe you can, but you're Captain America during that one, right? So if you touch the bat, you take damage. So I wouldn't even try.
Stalactites, let me tell you. Wait. Does Spider-Man not get hurt by bats?
Well, I think he does. It's just that he's not the character you use in that scene. Like, you don't get to choose. The game just has these little vignettes that you play through.
I understand. I was just a little bit confused because you were asking who was in that scene, and then you're like, oh yeah, because it's Captain America, you take damage.
No. Is that how I said it? What I meant was, like, if you try and attack the bat, because of Captain America, because he doesn't have he does have a ranged attack, but it would be hard to use against the bat because of how fast it moves, and you'd have to be at the back edge of the screen basically all the time. The thing with this bat screen is really like avoiding the bat is hard enough, but then having to, see, it flies away, it leaves. Having to deal with the stalactites is honestly the worst part.
Yeah,
because you can lock yourself into an attack animation, and if a stalactite appears above you, you're dead.
No, you have to kill the stalagmite that's blocking the way. Okay. Because stalagmites might hang from the ceiling, but they don't. That's how you remember it.
Really? I just always learned that C stood for ceiling and G stood for ground. Like stalactite has a C and stalagmite has a G.
I see.
And now
Canada teaching about all the different strategies. Okay. Good job, Canadian education system. Okami might actually get
I was
past
homeschooled
to the toothpaste. Yeah.
Like 8 years, so.
Good job, the Canadian education system / Time Walker's family.
What? Why Time Walker's family?
No, not Time Walker. Oh, I thought that was you.
What?
Tempestrel. You don't even have your name on screen anymore. You're just three raccoons in a trench coat.
I'm Time Walker? My identity is gone?
Well, you're three raccoons in a trench coat. What am I supposed to say? The raccoons taught you? Is that Canadian education?
No.
Peachy Chan, thank you so much for resubscribing as well. We are 23 minutes into this tight match between the four players, and by tight, I mean the game itself is tight. Alpha 5 and Okami of Games currently fighting the toothpaste generator. Time Walker has beaten that, is currently in the lead. Zenic Reverie trailing a little bit behind, trying to fight this stalactite. That's right, I used a C.
You can use a C all you want.
I used a C, and I said it's a stalagmite. That's right, we are blending words here. Geologists hate my simple trick. Hobgoblin, oh no. Time Wander, the Hobby Gobby's after you.
Hobby Gobby.
Hobby Gobby from the Hobby Lobby. Yeah. Oh, yeah, anyways, welcome to exactly how exciting matches can be sometimes when it comes to Kuso6rande. Why was there a giant pumpkin?
It's Hobgoblin.
Is Hobgoblin a pumpkin?
As far as I can tell, it is literally just Green Goblin, but from Marvel. And honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if Hobgoblin came first and Green Goblin just happened to be. Wait a second,
but
no,
they're both Marvel. They're the same guy. They're the same guy.
These are both Marvel characters. I have no idea who this is.
Wait, no, father and son. That's right. This is Green Goblin's child.
Is this
Hobby Gobby hates Spider-Man because he killed Hobby Gobby Daddy.
Right. I forgot about that.
Yeah, same.
Right, one of the Hobgoblins was Harry Osborn. I forgot about that,
There are multiple Hobgoblins?
There are multiple versions of a lot of characters.
Why the crap?
There are like 5 Spider-Women, and all of them except for one have taken on a different name after doing Spider-Woman. Actually, I guess it's pretty common for a lot of female superheroes in Marvel specifically. Unique death animation. I missed it.
Dang it. By the way, there are some stalactites that grow sideways. Just so you know. And those are called geology messed up.
Do I mean the spider-based superhero women or the character named Spider-Woman who can fly and shoot lasers? That is one version of Spider-Woman. Most of the spider-based superhero women were Spider-Woman at one point in time, with I guess the exception of like Aranya and Silk. Okay, I take it back. Those two weren't, but there have been a couple different Spider-Woman characters. The Spider-Verse is really large. There's a lot of different spiders. Jessica Drew Spider-Woman has been through. Yeah, she has. Was she the one who turned out to be evil, or was that another Spider-Woman? Like I said, there's a lot. Spider-Gwen was one of the Spider-Womans, but that was not in Earth 616, I think, or maybe it was, but it's after the point I've read.
Apparently, Roderick Kingsley was the first Hobgoblin, and then there was Jason Macendale, who has really good eyebrows. I like him. And finally, Phil Urich, although there might have actually...
was my favorite Spider-Woman.
Okay. There was also... Wait, really?
No.
Yeah, you also had Arnold Donovan, Ned Leeds. Did I already say Jason Macendale? Maybe. Yeah, I did. Daniel Kingsley, Phil Urich, Harry Osborn. Basically, too many people became the Hobgoblin. Maybe he just lives on inside us.
Well, it's kind of like how there's been a couple different Captain Americas too, though, right?
What?
Well, like Bucky Barnes becomes Captain America after Civil War. That's what's supposed to happen.
Okay, I've never seen the movies.
No. The movie is garbage. Don't watch the Civil War movie. It's terrible. It's like I'm not even gonna say like, oh, it's a bad adaptation, because I understand they're different media. You know, they're gonna have to like change around bits of the story. No. It's just a bad movie, and also it doesn't do Civil War story justice. Captain America is supposed to die. Steve Rogers is supposed to die, and Bucky Barnes is supposed to take over, and that's a way better story. But
okay,
no, I'm not fond of what they did with the film. I was actually really angry about that movie.
See, I didn't think they had like. I thought the Civil War was in the 1800s. You know.
Well, there was that too, but I don't know a lot about it.
The North versus the South. Okay, and it was all fought somewhere in both of those. In the Americas, they fought the Civil War. They brought muskets, and then Spider-Man shows up. He's like, "Where's Captain America? We need your help."
It's funny you say that, because actually Marvel also has really okay. Everyone here is saying that I'm wrong, that the film is way better. Maybe I should go back and review the comic, but I was very not okay with the film. It was just incredibly dull. Age of Ultron was awful as a film, though. Age of Ultron was just a bad movie.
Yeah,
I'm not even going to consider whether the comic was good or not, because I don't care. The movie was just not good.
Yeah, dump it in the garbage.
I was not fond of it.
I honestly have no clue. I don't know. I'm absolutely the worst at keeping up with all of the comic books and all the people in the comic books. Like, my comics, it was Garfield when I was growing up, okay? That is the lore that I grew up on. And did you know that Garfield actually went to jail?
He should.
I mean,
for being
it was actually a pound, but whatever. He got stuck in the pound.
Prison?
The pound's basically cat prison, yeah. Think they were gonna kill him too. Pretty sure he was there on death row.
Man, we could have been spared years and years of mediocre humor.
Oh my gosh, can you think how the country would be different if that happened? Wait, is Time Wanderer doing second loop?
I don't believe so. I think Time Wanderer is restarting.
Oh, to have more health later on? That makes sense.
I think so.
That's absolutely allowed. By the way, for those who are new watching, this is a tournament where the players try to make the most progress, more progress than any of the other players. And considering that the save keeps the amount of health that you have, conserving it early on when it's easier is a valid strategy. Now, Time Wanderer has already set a high bar for himself. And because of that, you know, it's losing a little bit of time going back, but at the same time, you know, nobody will pass him just by default. You know, they have to get past where he made it to. They have to get past Time Wanderer's best attempt.
Which is, did Time Wanderer beat Hobgoblin?
You can't beat Hobgoblin. There are like 10 of them.
He reset because double.
Oh, okay. Apparently he did, per chat. I don't double KO on Hobgoblin. That's okay. You know, Spider-Man sometimes dies. That's also true, okay?
You go past him. Okay.
Actually, yeah, how many times has Spider-Man died in the comics? Because I'm pretty sure every superhero has died about 50 times.
I mean, Spider-Man died in Ultimate, but sorry, Peter Parker specifically died in Ultimate to make way for Miles Morales. I don't know about 616.
After Peter Parker was put on trial for murder, Ben took his place. Okay, did they execute Spider-Man? Oh no.
In what universe?
Don't ask me these questions. I don't know.
No, where are you looking at that information?
Google. The Google universe says that Spider-Man goes to death row. Okay?
But that could be in a spin-off, that could be in a what if, that could be like
he got the electric chair. Yeah.
What if we executed Spider-Man? I don't want to think about that. Spider-Man's good. I like him.
He's a nerd. Wait.
Yeah, I like him.
We're all nerds. Oh crap. Crap. Still, when I think of Spider-Man, I think of Tobey Maguire, and that's the way the world should be, okay? Tobey Maguire is the best Spider-Man. Fight me.
I like all of them. I even liked Andrew Garfield.
Who's
I
that?
had no problem. Andrew Garfield was in the 2 Spider-Man films that everyone hated, and
Is he the one who went to prison and got put on death row?
No.
Just like Garfield. Oh my gosh, Garfield is Spider-Man.
No. I'm dying.
Okay, so apparently Kingpin kills Spider-Man. The Green Goblin at one point kills Spider-Man. Apparently one time he got turned into a lizard and then he died. So that's cool. There was a universe where apparently he got injected with something that aged him rapidly and he died from old age. There is one where instead of being transformed by the radioactive spider, he dies from its bite, essentially getting mutated until he bled everywhere. So that's gross. There's one that the police kill him. There's one where Thanos kills him. There's one that his head gets bashed in. Okay.
I'm sure
Taraxia.
most of them. I'm sure most of the of Marvel superheroes have died on more than one occasion. It's Lou Ferrigno.
He TF'd into Octavius and died. Okay, he literally became one of his own villains. Oh, we've got the Hulk. Look at him. He turned into.
She is. I'm not laughing at you. I'm laughing with you, Sandra.
Yeah. Okay.
It's just right on cue every time.
Apparently,
I'm very glad
Morlun has killed Spider-Man many times. Many times.
But Morlun's whole deal is that he hunts totems. So
I don't know who that is, though.
Morlun is a totem hunter. So I actually really like that era of Spider-Man, where they basically go, hey, Spider-Man's powers can be explained in this new context and also be based on science. They basically gave him and a whole bunch of other animal-themed superheroes and villains like Rhino, for example, down there.
So
totem-based powers. Like they're basically like incarnations of some sort of, I don't know, spirit animal. That's probably not the best way to explain it, but it's close enough.
Close enough. Yeah, so I think just reading through this brief article, there were at least 20 that I read out, and apparently those are only a few of the ways that Peter Parker or Spider-Man have died. Just a handful. Oh my gosh, he is like the most killable superhero.
Spider-Man?
Yeah.
I guess so.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Does anybody else die more than Spider-Man?
I don't think Morlun killing him over and over in different universes really counts, because they're all alternate universe versions of Spider-Man. Like he goes and hops through different worlds to find different spiders.
Oh my gosh, I forgot.
To the best of my knowledge,
my husband does look a little bit like Tom Holland, I suppose. Let me Google him. A little less like now that he's got a beard and stuff.
A larger adult bearded Tom Holland.
Yeah,
I guess Tom Holland is an adult.
Does have the looks.
He's
okay.
small. I guess I shouldn't act like Tom Holland isn't an adult. He's just sort of a small guy.
Did I marry Spider-Man?
Did you marry Spider-Man?
I might have married Spider-Man. I keep forgetting about the alter ego.
Alternate universe people are not still people. I'm sorry. Wolverine may have the record for deaths, depending on what you count as a death.
That's very possible. Okay. Also, is Gorilla actually a super villain? Or is it just a gorilla?
I don't know. And I could look it up, but I'm not going to. Because I'd like to believe that it's just a gorilla that Doom has in his castle.
Too bad, I'm looking this up. In GTA 5, Spider-Man faces a gorilla. Okay, so that's good to know.
Okay, so like when Wolverine dies though, is he really dead, or is he just sort of inanimate for a bit until his cells pull themselves back together into the shape of Wolverine. Like, he's the same person. Well, I guess I shouldn't be like, oh, he's the same person, because then most heroes come back with their memories intact.
It looks like there was a gorilla man, but not just gorilla.
Ship of Theseus, but for Wolverine. Yeah, I guess that's fair, isn't it?
Okay, how about Eduardo Lobo? I want to find out more about Wolfman.
I looked up Eduardo Lobo, and I still don't entirely know what his deal is.
He dated Glory Grant, and apparently while fighting Spider-Man, she shot Eduardo Lobo. Well, that's not nice. And then the Jackal brought him back to life, so that is pretty cool. His power is he can turn into a wolf.
Yes.
He's just a freaking werewolf. Okay, apparently his powers are from mutation and not from supernatural causes. Here's the deal. I think that still makes you a true werewolf, okay? It doesn't matter where you get the ability. If a moon turns you into a wolf, you're a werewolf.
There's a lot of Marvel, I mean, Paul S. just said, a lot of forgotten 80s Marvel E-listers. Like, these are all just characters who it's easy to get the rights for, I guess. I don't know why.
Apparently, he still has man brain when wolf, but he wants kill and eat.
That's like John Talbane from Darkstalkers.
Yeah,
who is a werewolf and who he teaches himself karate because he's like, oh, maybe if I get like some like inner self control, I can stop myself from turning into a werewolf. But it didn't work, and all he's done is teach his werewolf side karate, which is awesome.
Okay, per the Marvel database, there's trivia about him too. Lobo is Spanish for wolf.
Yes. I don't speak Spanish, and I could have told you that. God, this Hulk. Imagine if they had just taken a picture of Lou Ferrigno and put him in there. Because that TV show would have still been on. No, I'm sorry. It would have been over by this point, actually. That's from the 70s, isn't it?
Oh, okay. I need to calm down.
Stilt-Man was in the Netflix. Okay, Stilt-Man? Is that a character from Marvel? Stilt-Man?
What?
I've seen some pretty great D-list characters like Rainbow Man, Speedball. Actually, Speedball I think Speedball killed Captain Marvel. Now I think about it.
As a matter of fact, yes. Wilbur Day became Stilt-Man.
Stilt-Man.
Wow, there's even more information about him than stupid Eduardo Lobo.
Okay, no, but it does. I was right, though. It does look like Lou Ferrigno. It really does. That must be what they base this portrait off of, because he's got the black hair. Oh, that's great.
Oh, Carrie, thank you for continuing your sub. It's Spider-Man. Oh, no.
Spider-Man.
Spider-Man lives inside a garbage can. Destroyed by... I love that Mysterio just shows up and murders Spider-Man in this game. Yes, it's pretty cool.
Speedball did become Penance, who is just like the edgiest, like turbo 90s character, and I hate him.
Mm.
Then again, out of that exact same group of characters came Darkhawk, who I love, and he's also super edgy in 90s, and he's got like a crystal that traps his spirit in a crystal prison or some nonsense. Like his suit is actually an alien. I love this character. He's so dumb.
Okay, so Stilt-Man's ability is he built himself some stilts.
Nice.
If the lower, essentially they're telescoping stilts. He could go up to 290 feet tall.
That seems impractical.
Well, I mean, have you seen Stilt-Man? He looks like the biggest nerd ever. Okay, let me copy this so that everybody can see who I'm talking about. Stilt-Man, aka Wilbur Day. I mean, he's got the hair to maybe almost pull it off. Yeah, let me get this on screen. Look at him here. You know, just here fighting all of everyone. So long as I am master of my stilts, I'm unbeatable. I'm completely invincible. I don't think so. Because they can hit your stilts, you know?
Oh, wow. That looks like a modern version of Stilt-Man.
Got a
First
lot of
appearance,
muscles.
1965.
He
Light the
also-
stilts on fire. It could be non-flammable.
Physical characteristics. He's male, 5'6", but can actually be 292 feet tall. Okay. Weight, 150 pounds, but with the battle suit, 400 pounds. He has blue eyes, gray hair. This is the stupidest guy. I hate him.
You know who I like? 1 second. Let me find a...
He was a mechanical engineer and a physicist, and so he built himself freaking stilts. I hate Stilt-Man.
Let me find an image of one of my favorite Marvel panels.
All right. That's half the Marvel hero. Half of the Marvel heroes are just stupid. Okay,
a lot of superheroes are really stupid.
Spider-Man fights a gorilla in GTA 5, and that makes Spider-Man super cool.
I've sent you my favorite panel of any Marvel comic, which is from Guardians of the Galaxy, I think.
Okay.
Abnett and Lanning.
Let me see.
Great story. I liked it a lot. But so Captain Marvel's daughter, Phyla-Vell, becomes Quasar at one point because Quasar dies and turns into a pure light energy being. I'm not even going to try and explain Quasar. Anyways, Phyla-Vell becomes Martyr, who is also a stupid name. But then Moondragon,
look at this dragon.
Drax's daughter, turns into. She tries to summon the power of the Dragon of the Moon, who is sealed inside of her head, and she messes up and releases it and turns into the Dragon of the Moon, and they ride through space, liberating Kree settlements that have been taken over. It's awesome.
I'm okay with that.
I love it.
Yeah, I like that.
It's so cool. It's so cool. It's so dumb, but I love it so much. And this is at the end of a really good Mysterio. Sorry, this is at the end of a really, really good, in my opinion, a really good story. I really liked Guardians of the Galaxy in the comics and in the movies.
Okay.
But the cosmic stuff in particular is incredibly absurd, and I'm a huge fan.
That is beautiful. I love it. And honestly, things like that, I'm not sure I'm too invested in a lot of the superhero stories, but becoming a dragon and flying through space, that's what I want. Okay.
This is from the same story where they make Thanos a sort of good guy, because even though he's the arbiter of death or whatever, they basically drop him into a portal to another dimension full of perpetually living cancerous beings that are trying to metastasize their way into Earth 616, and they just drop him in there because he can't die. So they drop him in there and go, okay, kill things forever, bye. And they sort of just destroy each other, and they seal up the portal and they leave.
Time Wanderer is back to the Hulk and just keeps doing the Spidey shot. But the Hulk is a big pain in the butt.
Hulk big. Hulk smash.
Hey, I'm the Incredible Hulk. I'm green. The Cancerverse.
You people watch the Cancerverse come back in Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3. It's gonna happen. I'm so ready for it. Like Adam Warlock's gonna show up. He's gonna be a bad guy. I cannot wait for him to be a bad guy. It's gonna be so awesome.
Okay, I do love Guardians of the Galaxy 1 and 2. I mean, Rocket Raccoon, absolutely a cutie.
Fantastic.
And fierce. Yeah. Yeah, I love him.
I was a big fan of both movies. Let's put it this way. I saw the first Guardians of the Galaxy movie and I was like, wait, I was expecting this to kind of suck, and it turned out to be great. So why don't I go read the comics? And then I spent like 6 months reading the entire Marvel Cosmic run from about 2004 to 2008. It was awesome.
I'm only disappointed that Leslie Knope doesn't show up. That's the
Leslie Knope from Parks and Rec?
Yeah. Because
why?
She's Space Lord's boss.
Oh, right. I think it's funny how they had like a little bit in Parks and Rec where when Chris Pratt came back from filming Guardians 1 and 2, he was like, he was still kind of buff from working out for that film, and so like they had a bit of a story where like, oh wow, he's been working out in the sitcom. They just worked it in.
I want to acknowledge chat and yeah, his name is Star-Lord. Okay, thank you for correcting me. Whatever. Nice. You know how much I know about Marvel.
Electro. Hey, we're getting to some real A-listers here. Real characters. Look at that.
Well, Captain America is dead. Okami, though, is in the lead, so that is really good.
And I think, am I the... Yeah, fighting Electro's cap is kind of weird. Oh, and they're almost at Doom. Hey, we could see a completion, maybe.
Oh my god.
Electro and then Oddball. Yeah, of all the characters to throw out. So is it the Batcave, the Batcave, and then Gargoyle, and then Hulk, and then Electro? Is that the order that?
I think so, yeah. That sounds about right. Prepare to die.
Oh, man.
Oh, no. Is that Dr. Doom? Or just Dr. Dork? Nope. I don't know. We'll find out.
Okay, yeah. Hobgoblin, then Grey Gargoyle, then Hulk, then Electro. Okay. I'm not totally clear on all the positions, except for Okami being in first.
Uh-huh.
And it looks like maybe Time Wanderers in second. Rattan might be a Team NT character. I mean, Machete is in the beginning of this game. Danny Trejo is just in this game. He just plays himself.
I'd be okay with that, yeah.
This game is 1 degree of freedom away from Spy Kids. And 2 degrees of freedom away from Shark Boy and Lava Girl.
Look, I'm going to ignore everything that you're saying right now.
Can we talk about Shark Boy and Lava Girl for the next 10 minutes?
As soon as you mentioned Spy Kids, I'm out. I'm done.
You think God stays in heaven because he too lives in fear of what he has created? Is such a good line. And there is no cinematic moment that will ever come remotely close, just objectively, to matching that moment. Spoken by Steve Buscemi. It's so good.
Thank you, Steve. Steve, he has brought every good thing to Earth. Thank you, Steve.
They're based on what?
Based on what? His existence?
Okami's pretty upset. Wait, what happened? Okami went, what? And then I only just saw failure.
That's probably, yeah.
Just threw all the balls at him. That's gross. Beep, beep. But for me it was Tuesday. I mean, Raul Julia did such a great job of Bison.
Oh.
That's also a great moment.
Yeah, indeed. I said indeed because I saw chat say indeed. Yeah, he's just awesome. He's perfect.
What kind of problems can Shark Boy address that Lava Girl can't? Well, for one, he knows Kung Fu and he can do a sick dance number. I'm not kidding. Taylor Lautner does a little dance number in that movie. It's really funny.
Ooh. Well, okay. Good. I can do a sick dance. Okay, I took second in a dance competition once. I guess everybody should know that. Just so you know how great I am when it comes to dancing. Justin, why are you flossing? Stop flossing. No, the toothpaste beast is gone. Okay, we don't talk about him anymore. That's right, toothpaste beast. Oh yeah, Justin, like, occasionally just shows up and aggressively flosses at people.
Plant Man is throwing coconuts. No.
Plant
say,
Man with
Electro
the
is not a
coconuts,
B-lister.
okay.
He just doesn't get used quite as much. I gotta watch Spider-Man Far From Home. I never saw it. Or like A-. Yeah, I mean, like, you could argue that like there are higher tier villains, right? Like Doctor Doom, but then alternatively, I would say Doctor Doom is like an S tier villain, right?
He's pretty
Not
good.
that not that Electro is like not A tier. It's more that like because he's like a main character villain, whereas you have someone like Doctor Doom who is like global skill.
Yeah, I don't.
Doctor Doom fights anyone.
Like, honestly, you can't compare yourself to Doctor Doom. He's just leagues above the rest. From what you're saying, I have no idea.
There was a comic series. It was a What If where Doctor Doom becomes God. Yep, Doctor Doom kills the Celestials, I believe, unless you're talking about another one. But like he can fight basically anyone. Whereas Electro, I mean, there's actually a bit in New Avengers where Electro escapes from a prison, and Spider-Man's like, hold up, guys, it's one of mine, and all the other heroes are like, what? And he's like, no, it's one of my villains. And they're like, no, we've all fought Electro. I know, but he's my villain. Like, it's sort of funny how he's like, he's self-aware enough about the comics. He's like, destroyed my Mysterio.
Not again. Yeah, I'm thinking if I walked into a room and there were like Spider-Man villains like Electro and Doctor Doom, I would probably end up pissing off the wrong person, like very, very quickly and easily. Bill Bull, thank you so much for the raid, and Fiery Water for the sub. Tempestral, I wouldn't know the difference. I'd be like, hey, nerds.
Between who?
Probably dead
Between
in 5 seconds.
Doom?
Well, I mean, like,
You would know the
Electro's probably
difference.
wearing the helmet.
They're both right there on the screen.
But I imagine I would make them very angry very quickly, And so, who would be the first to kill me? Would Doctor Doom like jump in and just kill me instantly, or would Electro? Who's got the short fuse here?
Oh, Electro. Doom wouldn't kill you because it doesn't mean anything. It's not practical. Why would he kill you?
It's
not his
below him.
Well, but also it's not useful to him. Doom is more practical than that. Sometimes it depends on who's writing him and what the situation is. But if we're like, if you're breaking into his base in Latveria, yeah, no, he's gonna kill you. But like, if you're a citizen of Latveria, well, your life sucks, but at least you're alive.
Mm-hmm.
But he's not gonna kill you.
Okay.
I don't know. Doom is.
So maybe we could actually share some jokes. Maybe we would have a good time together. I think I would have fun with Dr. Doom. That certainly
would not happen. That probably wouldn't.
Look, even the biggest villains in the universe need a little humor, So we can. Here, Dr. Doom. Dr. Doom, I've got a joke for you. Yeah. What do you call a wandering nun? A Roman Catholic. Right. Whoa. How do you like that, Dr. Doom? Do you think he would kill me?
For that, yeah.
Okay.
I would. Yeah. Whether the people of Latveria love Doom or not is, I think, kind of a question of what story it is and who's writing it and what time period it's from. It feels a little inconsistent to me, but I also don't know a ton about Doom.
Yeah.
Like,
I don't know a ton about Doom. That's usually a good thing to say. I don't know. Yeah. Okay, the Hulk is a big pain in the butt. Okami is definitely in the lead. The other 3 players just trying to deal as much damage as they can to Hulk. Yeah. In fact, the Hulk may be the determining factor. Whoever can deal the most damage to the Hulk would be in second. Although Time Wanderer... Chad is saying Time Wanderer has gotten really close. Did Time Wanderer, like, double KO on the Hulk? I'm trying to remember exactly where that happened.
I'm not sure, actually.
Prepare Prepare to die. Thank you, Metal Man. Are you Mega Man villain? Actually, I think that one guy from... No! Oh, no. Sorry, I looked over at Justin's computer, and it's B-movie fan art, and I don't like it. Too many muscles for that B, let me tell you.
You're breaking me at the last minute. I don't need to think about this. I'm not thinking about this. I'm going and looking at, I don't know, something else. Anything else?
I mean, it was just like a bust.
No, I'm not thinking about it. I'm not thinking about bees.
I am. And the nipples are very prominent on that bee, okay?
Why?
Bees don't need They don't even have milk. They don't even create milk. Why would a bee have nipples? I don't know.
That's a good question. Why? But I'm not going to answer that question.
This is a family stream. Nipples are family friendly. Come on. It's a male bee, which doesn't make too much sense. Anyways, welcome to Kuso6rande, where
it would be allowed on Tumblr.
I don't know. Are bee nipples allowed on Tumblr?
The best part about being an artist is being able to draw what people are afraid of the most. Yeah, and it's Tim.
I'm calling it. Okay, that is enough of that conversation. We're moving on. Thank you so much, everybody, for putting up with all of whatever this was. Well, you know, we had Dr. Doom, but unfortunately, Dr. Doom lives to fight another day. Little ironic. Okami, though, takes the victory today. I have no idea about second, third, or fourth, though.
I also don't, and I'm really, really sorry to Kate for this particular game, because I'm sure scoring it is going to be just painful.
Oh, it'll be a pain. Hello there, Okami. Congrats.
So let me get this right. You're telling me that I won in a match with the players who placed second and third last season, and I still came first.
Yeah, it's a miracle.
Essentially, I thought we talked about lying.
What did I lie about?
But there's no way I beat both of them.
We can score someone else above you if you want.
Yeah, we can go ahead and throw your score out. That's fine.
I'm sure you would love to do that.
God, I mean, it's up to you.
I thought I was lying about the bee nipples, not anything else.
Oh, stop about the bee nipples.
So I'm gonna have a VOD to watch apparently to understand context for bee nipples, huh?
No, you're not. It was at the last
second. It was. We just had to throw the nipples in as quickly as possible.
No, the whole VOD was just me having bad opinions about comic books. It's fine. And suffering. How did you like this game? What did you think?
Yeah.
Well, congrats. Up to this point in Kuso6, this is the worst game of the 3 I've played so far. So.
Yes, delightful. Thank you. This is the worst game on my list so far.
This was bad.
Good. I'm glad you reserved it for us, and I'm glad we were able to get it working and not have to draw another game because we were having some problems with setup.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This one was definitely worth it. What was your favorite part?
My favorite part was when we hit an hour and I could stop playing.
Yeah.
What about your least favorite part?
Hulk. Hulk blows so much. It's so terrible. It's such a terrible fight. I had to stop myself from swearing, so that's how bad it was. But I had to find a cheese for Hulk, and the cheese that I found, which wasn't the most reliable, was to back off to the left side of the map and then try to attack down, because my idea was basically, use the web attacks. Ranged attack makes sense. But you can only use it on Hulk when he's a certain distance away. So down attack, when you're mid-range from Hulk, you leap forward instead of throw web, and that ended up causing problems for me. But if you're holding down, you just do a sweep instead, so you don't move forward at all. So I didn't have to worry about leaving that corner. And even then, I still took a few deaths to Hulk. And then what the hell was that fight that I got to?
No
at
clue.
the end after Electro.
Oh, Oddball.
Yeah, I entered that. It didn't take me too long to get my first win against Electro, but then I got to Oddball, and before I knew what was happening, I was dead.
Yeah.
You made it well past where I was able to, because I didn't know until 15 minutes before we started the match that there was a bookmark function. But I was really glad to see.
I don't think anybody was even gonna reach Hulk if we didn't know about that bookmark function.
Well, I'm really glad that we found it, because it kept the game entertaining, but it also saved your health at that point. I was really afraid it was going to make the game kind of trivial.
Yeah, when I learned it saved my health, I'm like, okay, maybe I shouldn't bookmark after every page I beat.
Yeah.
Because if I do that, I'm probably gonna have a lot less health. So maybe I'll just save my bookmarks and bookmark it when I get a good run against them, so I can conserve a little bit more health. I know there was one fight that I kept having to redo because I'm like, okay, each time I do this, I don't have much health left. I think it was a Spider-Man fight. But because I kept ending that fight with low health, I'm like, okay, I'm not gonna bookmark, but I'm gonna see what I can do on this next screen. If I die, I'll go back to that fight, and maybe I can get a better run and then bookmark it. And it took a while, but I got a run where I think I had my hero at about half health, roughly.
Okay.
I'm like, yeah, that's probably the best I'm gonna get.
Well, Okami, I'm really glad that you came here. You've always been a big Kuso6rande fan. I'm glad that you've been playing some special games over at the not Mystery Funhouse, the book club. Your book club that you play on Saturdays, right? Saturday
evenings.
Friday evenings, yeah.
I know we had a Kuso favorite last week with Rising Zan, the Samurai Gunman, which is also in the swap race. That game's also in the swap race that I'm participating in.
Ooh, okay, cool. And there was also Hide this week. I like Hide.
Yes.
Aw.
There was Hide. We played it for about 10 minutes. We basically said, yeah, we're gonna get to level 2, and then we're gonna stop.
I love it. I actually really like the ideas in Hide, even if the execution is a little rough. Well, I think that's about all the time that we have, unless you need to plug anything else, Okami.
No, just the Retro Book Club and the swap race, which, hey, I think our group of people who are playing in swap race are going to be finishing up their second leg right around now. We've got another batch of people going tomorrow, including myself and Zenic Reverie.
Okay, that's awesome. So yeah, everybody, you should definitely check those out. Zenic and Okami playing those. Nobody was eliminated this round, by the way, because you are all amazing players. Seriously, great job. Tempestral, thank you as well. I think that's it for this match. So both of you take care. Have a fantastic rest of your Saturday.
All right, see ya, bro.
See ya.
All right, see you around.